What is up, everybody? This your man, Big B, Brian Hanley. Welcome back to Steelers Almighty, man. Want to get in front of you guys, talk to you a little bit today. DeShon Elliott, possibly coming back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I don't think DeShon Elliott is going to play this week. I don't know. When he got hurt, you thought, okay, first thing everybody thought was, man, his ACL is blown up. Then it came back that his ACL was intact, hyperextended, but everybody was like, yeah, even himself, 2026, when he's coming back. But, they saw him. He was in the locker room, moving around. He wasn't on crutches. He had been on crutches. He had been on crutches. So he's not in he's in the locker room and not walking around on crutches anymore. So can he come back? What's the scenario with DeShon Elliott? Do we want him back? Can he help? And my thinking with all of that is absolutely he can help. Absolutely we want him back. So that would be my first thought is, yeah, it makes sense. It makes a ton of sense to have DeShon Elliott here. So it just depends on if he can come back. I would say that if he comes back, it would be the AFC Championship game at the earliest. That would be my prognosis. I think we're looking at AFC Championship game. They haven't opened this 21-day window to practice yet, but maybe they will. Maybe that's a possibility that they open it up tomorrow. Didn't do it today. Maybe they do that tomorrow. Or is he just back because he wants to be around the guys? If I had to bet, I would bet it's more of that than anything, than him actually coming back to play because, I like DeShon Elliott. I think DeShon Elliott can absolutely help us. But he's better than Kyle Duggar. He's better, definitely better in coverage. We can move Jalen Ramsey around, get him either closer to the line of scrimmage, playing in the nickel position, doing a lot of different stuff. But yeah, he's the Steelers' defense is better with him. Period. End of story. It is a better defense when he is out there. But man, I don't know if I don't think they should rush it. I don't think this is something that you need to be rushing him back or anything like that. But if he's 75, 85%, I think you give it a go. I think you give it a go. That's just my personal opinion. 75 to 85% of DeShon Elliott, I'll take it. I'll take it. What do you guys think? Hyperextension, ACL intact. I'm sure it's taken a while for him to strengthen the knee back up because that's basically what a hyperextension is. You're stretching all of those damn ligaments. So I don't know. I'd love to have him back. Would love to have him back. Just not sure it's going to be possible. What do you guys think? 43 DMB says, yes, DeShon, the Joker Elliott is back. Thank baby Jesus. I don't think he's back just yet, man. I don't think he's back just yet. I think he's back practicing. Or he's not back practicing. I think he's back in the locker room. He hadn't practiced yet. So we'll see how that goes. I would say the earliest that we would see him would be an AFC Championship game appearance. That's the earliest I think we would see him, if we see him at all. So, if we see him at all. So, Mason with the super chat said, if he's good to go, then I truly think an AFC Championship appearance goes from a wish to a likelihood. He's not going to play this week, so that's the first thing. He's not playing this week. Yeah, you hadn't even opened up his 21-day window to practice, so that's not happening. If they do it next week, I guess they could see what he looks like. It would just be hard pressed for me to think that a guy's been off that long. You throw him out there a week of practice and then, okay, he's ready to go. But maybe. So you just never know. But I like the fact that he's back in the locker room because he could help the Steelers, man. There is no doubt in my mind that DeShon Elliott makes the Steelers defense better. He absolutely do. So he absolutely does. But what's it look like? What's it look like? You know, what does his window look like? So Black Magic, what's happening, man? Appreciate you joining. But yeah, what does that look like right now? He makes us better. I know that. He definitely makes us better. There is no doubt in my mind. Opens things up for Jalen Ramsey. You know, got hurt. What was that? The Packers game is when he got hurt. Didn't look good. Did not look good. So Mason with the super chat said, also, you're looking a little slim. Old time. Keep up the good work. Man, I'm trying. I ate dinner before I even jumped on today because I'm like, I am done eating anything after 8 o'clock. I'm getting back into it, man. I'm getting back into it. I got a little puffy over the holidays. Got a little puffy, eating a bunch of salty foods. Just a little puffy. So, but I'm back. Appreciate you saying that, man. So, appreciate you saying it. You're all good, Black Magic. I know who you were talking about, man. We're all good. So, producer's asking, does he move back to the slot? I don't think so. I don't think Jalen Ramsey does. I know he was doing that, and he was closer to the ball. I just don't think so. I don't think so. Because then you're still going to have Duggar, even when they go to the nickel, you're going to put Jalen Ramsey there. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't. I think what Brandon Echols has brought to the table, I think they're going to stay with it. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. So, I could be wrong. But maybe they do move Jalen back to the slot. Maybe they do. So, Ralph says, haven't mentioned or seen anyone mention the fact A-Rod has done all this with a broken hand. It's impressive. Yeah, talking about Aaron Rodgers, he had a broken wrist. He had 3 broken bones in his wrist. Yeah, it's been impressive. It has been impressive. There is no doubt about that. Can't sugarcoat any of that stuff about what he has done. Shouldn't sugarcoat it either. Aaron Rodgers been good. He's been good. Again, playing with a broken wrist at 42 years old, that's tough. That's tough. But he's not back yet. They've seen him. They haven't opened that 21-day practice window for DeShon Elliott just yet. But if they do, who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? I would love if he came back, though. I'll be honest with everybody. I would love it if he came back. That would be great. It would absolutely be great for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because DeShon Elliott helps. I know a lot of people may not think that. DeShon Elliott helps. He absolutely helps. So, he helps what we're trying to get done. He helps what we're trying to accomplish. And would help the Steelers. Black Magic says, how do you feel about looking to trade for Lamar if Aaron doesn't return? That's never going to happen, so I don't have a thought at all about it. There is a zero possibility that the Baltimore Ravens are going to trade anybody to us, much less Lamar Jackson, so no. So, we need him for the next game, like really bad. Let's go. Pinches Steelers. Yeah, he's not going to play. DeShon Elliott's not going to play this game. I think I may have said DeShon Jackson. DeShon Elliott isn't going to play this game. So, and you're right, flying dude. DeShon Elliott can catch the damn ball. He can. He can. We seen Kyle Duggar just drop pick after pick after pick. But he can catch the ball. So, what do I mean, Black Magic? I think flying high is just talking about trading for Lamar Jackson, man. That's never gonna. I know it's a dream, but that's never gonna happen. So it's all good. It's all good, but it's never gonna happen. Never, ever, ever is that gonna happen. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm more interested to see if Mike McDonald wants to come to Pittsburgh and be an offensive coordinator. If we get rid of Arthur Smith, or if Arthur Smith gets a job, who knows? So, Crack Boy said, if he came back, how would you personally assemble the DB room? Well, first of all, if DeShon Elliott comes back and he's healthy enough to play, then that would mean he's healthy enough to start, which means I would put him in the starting lineup immediately. Ahead of Kyle Duggar, yes. If he's healthy enough to start, then I would put him in the starting lineup immediately. So, but that's how I would do it. I would have him in the starting lineup immediately. Hey, what's up, man? From Mexico. What's going on? Yeah, McDaniel. I take McDaniel as offensive coordinator. I know it's never going to happen because he would want the kind of control that Mike Tomlin's never going to give up. But no, that's the producer's kids in the background. But I would take him. I would take Mike McDaniels for sure. Is he healthy enough to bench Duggar? I would say if DeShon Elliott is able to play, then that means he's healthy enough to start. Now, again, I'm not talking about this week, so I don't want anybody thinking that I'm trying to spread rumors saying that DeShon Elliott's playing this week. No, he's not. Not happening. Hell, he's not even practicing. But whenever that happens, like I said, if he's healthy enough to play, then why isn't he healthy enough to start? Like, you wouldn't say, oh, yeah, man, we want him out there for 5 snaps. That doesn't make any sense. Either he's healthy and good enough to play and get a helmet, or he's not good enough. So, and this is a great comment right here. Duggar is a backup safety who can stop the run. He's not a legit starting safety. I mean, he has been for us. He's played some good football, but you can see his limitations. You can absolutely see his limitations. I tell you one thing, he's better than Chuck Clark. He's better than Chuck Clark. So, that's what I would say. Brian, let's look at the Holcomb injury. That happened last season. Is he the same? Well, Holcomb happened 2 seasons ago, and Holcomb's injury was way worse than DeShon Elliott's. Way worse. So you can't compare the two because it's not the same thing. Not even remotely close to the same thing. Holcomb tore every ligament in his knee and had nerve damage. DeShon Elliott doesn't have that. So it's not the same thing. Jason, I would take this. These are pipe dreams, but I'm right there with you, dreaming with you, brother. McDaniels, Cliff Kingsbury, Raheem is our core. I'm dreaming right there with you. I just know that's never going to happen. Never going to happen. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened to Peppers. So, like, what happened to Peppers? How come Jabril Peppers can't get on the field? I thought he played good against New England. Like, I thought he was fine. And then all of a sudden, he hadn't been able to get on the field at all. It's weird to me. Elliott had a serious knee injury, but there's levels to serious. There's levels to it. So, yeah, I don't know if Peppers is ready or not. Yeah, I saw the Tennessee Titans. I don't know. I mean, they're interviewing Arthur Smith for a reason. They're not interviewing him so they don't want him to be the head coach. So if he goes, okay, you can go. You can go. Yeah, and you're right about Pep. He might not be able to cover space like he used to be able to. And that could be it. So, but dang. Chuck Clark gets on the field before him, and Chuck Clark is awful. So, we win this game if our O-line produces 100%. I mean, I've said it all along. The offensive line is the key to the season, people. He is the key. They are the key to the season. If they play well in this game, the Steelers will win. Oh, Eccles is there. Absolutely. Eccles played last week. So, yeah. He's there. Secondary is in good shape. Joey Porter Jr., James Pierre, Eccles, Asante Samuel Jr., those guys are there. So, our defensive line has always been a weakness. I'm not sure our defensive line has always been a weakness. Like, our defensive line has been a strength. They just need bigger bodies, but you know, when you got Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt outside, I count them as D linemen because of how they play, but maybe you don't. So maybe that's why you're saying that. Isn't it a liability putting Elliott back on the field? I want the help, but just uncertain that he'll be ready. That's the whole thing. The Steelers won't put him back there if he's not ready. So if he gets out on the field, then he's ready. Yeah, they won't put him out there unless he's ready to play. I get what you're saying. Is that he's a liability. What's going on? Yeah. Oh, offensive line. Gotcha. Our offensive line has always been a weakness. Okay. I thought you said D line. I apologize. Super chat. The only thing I can think is that they have enough guys that can play at the line of scrimmage, and his ability to cover ground could have diminished. Though you never convinced me that he's worse than Clark. And you're talking about Peppers, I'm assuming, Mason. Thanks for the super chat. That's probably right. That's probably right. So, that's probably right. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I got you, my man. You said O-line. I apologize. The only weakness that we had was the nose tackle. But I think we're good now. Keanu Benton's played better lately. He's still undersized. Let's not kid ourselves. He's still undersized D tackle, or nose tackle, but he's been better. He's been better for sure. So miss guys like Kelvin Meacham. Here's the thing, man. The Steelers' offensive line has played pretty good this year, considering it started slow, but it's gotten better. It's gotten better. Here's a good question. Broderick is coming back. I mean, I assume. I don't. Like I said, I had heard that his neck injury was pretty bad, but we'll see. But he's gonna have a battle on his hands. That's all I can tell you. Dylan Cook, this is a huge opportunity for Dylan Cook in this football game. If he plays well, Broderick is out of a job. I'm just telling you that right now. If Dylan Cook plays well in this football game, then Broderick Jones needs to be out of a job if he comes back healthy. So, if he comes back healthy. Solo with the super chat. TJ Watt need to go to work and feast versus the Texans. Yeah. Trent Brown playing right tackle. If TJ is healthy, if he can't eat up Trent Brown, then we got a problem on our hand. I'll tell you that right now. Trent Brown is not very good at all. He's not very good at all. And he plays right tackle. If TJ is healthy and if he can't eat this guy up, then we got a problem. So, we got a problem. Fred said, no DK, you're screwed. Well, DK's playing, so I guess we're not screwed. So, Mason with another super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Said I was more so thinking of the rotation, including Y.A. Black. But even then, I'm impressed with Benton's play. Absolutely. The Steelers got a good rotation of interior linemen. Good rotation. So, Bergbread said Broderick still has a lot of ball left, B. He might. But what Broderick put on tape is not close to as good as what Dylan Cook has put on tape. So that has to matter. Because if it doesn't matter, then we're not trying to play the best football players. So Broderick might have a lot left, but what Broderick actually put on film isn't as good as what Dylan Cook has put on film. It's just not. So we'll see. The one thing is I don't want him to be hurt. I don't want anybody to be hurt. So we can disagree and we can not like him and we can think that he's not very good. All that, okay, fine, but I don't want anybody being hurt. Said Broderick is a backup, end of story. He might be. And some seem to think that Broderick can move to guard. And I'm like, yeah, Broderick Jones can't move to guard, people. He can't move to offensive guard. You all seen Broderick out there. Does Broderick Jones seem to be the guy that has that mean, nasty streak that you need to play guard? Does he come across that way? Or does he have the knee bend, or the physical attributes that you need to play guard? Have you seen any of that from Broderick Jones? If we're all being honest, the answer to that is no. No. So he's not a guard, not in my book. No. So, yeah, he might get paid too much, but he's on a rookie deal. Like, they're not going to cut Broderick Jones. They're not going to do that. But that doesn't mean that he has to be a starter. Doesn't mean that either. So, now that's a good question. Can Broderick play the Washington blocking role? You don't want him to do that. You would rather have Wash be out there. So I get what you're saying. Maybe you're talking about Spencer Anderson. Maybe he could do that. I mean, but to me, you don't mess with something that works. Having Spencer Anderson out there has been working. So now, granted, next year is next year, so that's totally different. But I wouldn't move. I wouldn't come off of that. I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't do that. And 666, this is a good point. The running game's improved since he's been gone. Now, Broderick got better as the year went on. There's no doubt about that. He did. He did. But it's gotten better. It's just gotten better. Mason with the super chat said Jones doesn't have it in his heart to be a guard. No. I don't want to kick him while he's down, but it's unfortunately the truth. Hey, man, if y'all know anything about me, we tell the truth here. You know, we're not trying to kick anybody while they're down. We're not trying to sugarcoat anything or anything like that, but we tell the truth. And the truth is that Broderick just doesn't have what it takes to play guard. And that's okay. Neither do I. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Brian, wide receiver 2, I see Calvin Austin over MVS. You mean in this game? Yeah. But not next year. No, hell no, not next year. Steelers need to do whatever they can. I would draft 2 wide receivers and possibly bring somebody in through free agency. They can't go into the season like they did this past year with this nonsense, man. Because at that point, they're not even trying. They're not even trying. They wouldn't even be trying. They got to draft a guy. At least 1, maybe 2, and maybe you bring in another guy in free agency. Yeah, because if they don't do that, they are literally not trying. So, do you think Aaron and Adam come back next year? Adam Thielen already said this was his last year, so the answer to him is no. I kind of think it depends on if the Steelers win this game. I mean, I'm not opposed to Aaron Rodgers coming back. I'm not. If they win this game, I really would love to see him come back. You know what I mean? I would love for him to come back and play, but I don't know. You can't even if they bring him back, the Steelers got to draft a quarterback. They got to draft a quarterback. You can't keep kicking the can down the road trying to rebuild and get yourself a franchise quarterback. I know some of you all out there think that Will Howard is that guy. We can argue that in the offseason. I don't think he is. Either way, you got to go try to find a franchise quarterback. And the only thing I'll say about Will Howard, the Steelers didn't draft Will Howard in the 6th round so he could be their franchise quarterback. That's not what happened. Can he turn into that? Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe he could. But there is no way in hell that the Pittsburgh Steelers said, you know what? We're going to draft our franchise quarterback in the 6th round. That is not what they did. That's not it. It could end up being that way, but that is not what they did. So, Malik Willis, a lot of people talking about Malik Willis. I'm not out on that idea. I thought I would be too. Y'all know how I am. I thought I'd be out on Malik Willis. I'm not. I'm not out on that idea. We've seen him play. You get him out of a toxic situation in Tennessee, he wasn't horrible. Actually, it was pretty damn good. So, I can't see your ears either. But you know who can see my ears? Yo mama. She loves them too, right where they are. Mason with the super chat said we need stability at QB, period. So I think you bring them back, just finally have a proper transition at the position. That's kind of what I think too, Mason. That's what I think. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with drafting a guy and having him sit for a year. But you can't keep kicking the can down the road. Some people think, okay, we're drafting a rookie, just put him right in and we're going to be good. I'm like, man, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. So, does not work that way. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Wish we would have kept Pickens. Yeah. Hindsight's 2020, but damn right. Whew. Yeah, I'd love for him to come back. We need to open the offense with a mobile QB with the running backs we have. I think so too, Josiah. I think so too. I'm 100% on board with that. 100% on board with that. Mike Tomlin always talks about how he wants a mobile quarterback. Well, go get you one. Go get you one. So, wasn't Brady a 6th-round pick looking goofy on the 40-yard line? He turned out all right. And again, I love how people bring up the one instance that a quarterback, everybody compares a 6th-round pick to Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady grows on trees. Like 6th-round draft picks just grow on trees. Hey, what about Tom Brady? First of all, Tom Brady got drafted over 25 years ago. That's number one. And who else? What, Brock Purdy? Who else has been drafted that late that's been good? Stop. Stop, stop, stop. So we'll see. We'll see. But hey, man, I'm going to get set to watch this college football game. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. Just wanted to touch base on DeShon, Elliott, talk to you guys a little bit. So make sure tomorrow the scouting report's coming out. Got a good guy that we interviewed today for Houston Texans, talking about the Texans. He was good. So I will talk to you guys soon. Make sure you guys show up again. Watch party on Monday. So we'll see. We got a full Monday to go, man. We got a lot before the Steelers game on Monday night. So I will chit chat with you guys soon, man. And aloha.